watching WKYT News at Noon.
Good afternoon. Bill Bryant here for WKYT. As the news continues at 12:30, we have another stormy day ahead of us this afternoon. You can feel that stickiness right now. Strong, possibly severe storms will be moving in later this afternoon and into the evening. Let's get straight to WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris for the latest on this first alert severe weather day.
Yeah, and right now it's calm and quiet. As I spoke about this morning, much of your day is going to be calm and quiet. However, look what's popping up there in southern Indiana. That's your first storm of the day. It's slowly but surely making its way eastbound, and you'll see many more pop up here in the next couple of hours. So that's your first storm. Just wait, like I said, a couple of hours. You'll see it going right along that 64 corridor and northbound. That's where they pop up, and then they move southbound. I would say anywhere from 3 p.m. to about 5 p.m. That's where you'll start to see things really get going. Strong storms are in the forecast with that severe weather threat later on this afternoon. Temperatures are in the lower 90s, so it's going to be a very hot day and humid as well. So if you're trying to get out, going to the grocery store, running some errands, getting the kids walk around the neighborhood, you'll want to do it now, because waiting later on this afternoon, you might not be able to do that. I'm going to talk about these heavy downpours and also the wind gusts, 60 to 70 miles per hour. Are we looking at any tornadic activity? I have all those answers coming up in a few minutes.
In the news this afternoon, a school had quite an unusual visitor this morning. A black bear was spotted on the Kentucky School for the Deaf campus. The campus went on lockdown while Fish and Wildlife responded to the situation. WKYT's Phil Pendleton is in Danville with our top story at 12:30. Phil.
I just spoke to a Fish and Wildlife officer, and they did set a trap for the bear. If they capture it, it will be moved to more of a location that is in the bear's natural habitat several miles from here. Now, Danville police say the first spotting came on Lincoln Avenue about 6 o'clock this morning. Then it was spotted at the Kentucky School for the Deaf around 7, then around Clark's Run around 8:30. Fish and Wildlife say this is unusual, but not totally unique for a black bear to be found so close to a city's population.
It is, except for, in the cities in eastern Kentucky and areas that are closer to bear habitat. The closest female bear is probably 40 or 50 miles away from here.
KSD's campus supervisor tells me they did place the campus on lockdown for a while this morning. That's been lifted. All those students are actually not here anymore. They have left on a field trip. In Boyle County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Phil, thank you. Police say it is illegal to intentionally feed a bear. A woman had to jump from a second-story window to escape a burning home today. This broke out about 7 o'clock this morning on Forest Cove Lane off Richmond Road near Squires Road. Another person also made it out safely, but 2 dogs and cats did not make it. Neighbors say they were heartbroken to see the house go up in flames so quickly.
The fire flared up so fast, it's unbelievable. That house burned down in less than 5 minutes. If it wasn't for somebody who first seen that house being burned down, Lord knows what could have happened.
The fire caused the vinyl siding on 2 neighboring homes to melt as well. Well, 3 robbers beat a teenager with a baseball bat during a violent home invasion early this morning. It happened about 3 o'clock this morning at a home on Anniston Drive. The teen's grandfather tells WKYT News the robbers forced him, his wife, and grandson to the floor before tying their hands and their feet as well with tape. He says the beating started after his grandson tried to fight them off. They even tased the teenager to get him to the floor. The robbers wanted money, but no one in the house had any at the time.
My wife, all she was doing was praying. I mean, she was praying loud. And I think that kind of weirded them out of it, because they just stayed. They didn't come in our room at all. I think one of them come in, jumped across the bed, and she thought, well, he's going to get my rings and stuff. But they didn't even try to get the rings or cell phones or nothing. Didn't offer to harm us in any way. It just kept a gun on us. And then she handed the gun to a guy, and I thought, well, this is it.
The robbers ended up taking off. Police searched the neighborhood. They did not find them. The man's grandson is bruised up some, but should be okay. Deputies are needing your help in finding a car wanted in connection to a hit and run. The crash actually happened on Monday night on Kentucky 2168 near US 127. The Boyle County Sheriff's Office says a maroon passenger car hit a woman with a moped. 46-year-old Angela Fox had to go to a hospital to undergo surgery. Deputies want to find the car. They say it should have moderate front end damage. Police have made an arrest in a string of car break-ins. Georgetown police say Carter Knox stole items from vehicles in the Bradford Place neighborhood there. Police say they found him with 5 stolen guns, several GPS units, knives, binoculars, and some other electronic equipment. He is facing several charges this afternoon, including theft and receiving stolen property. Another verdict today for one of the officers charged in the death of Freddie Gray. Craig Boswell is in Baltimore with the judge's decision in that case.
Baltimore police officer Caesar Goodson was found not guilty of all charges, including second-degree murder in the death of Freddie Gray. Judge Barry Williams said he did not believe the 46-year-old defendant intended to harm Gray.
Clearly, the state failed to present evidence sufficient to convince this judge.
Goodson was driving the police transport van on the day Gray was arrested. He was accused of not ensuring his passenger's safety and not calling for medical assistance. The 25-year-old died a week later. Goodson is the 3rd Baltimore police officer charged in the high-profile case. He was the only one charged with murder.
This officer had the most serious charges, so the rest is some foolishness. So at the end of the day, I feel I'm just disgusted.
During Goodson's trial, prosecutors accused the officer of intentionally giving Gray a rough ride, causing his fatal spine injury. The defense argued that Gray caused his own injuries by falling inside the van and that the suspect never appeared injured until the final stop when a medic was called. Gray's death sparked violent protests in April 2015. Multiple police agencies and the National Guard are all on alert in case there is more unrest today. Craig Boswell, CBS News, Baltimore.
And Officer Edward Nero was found guilty, and Officer William Porter's trial ended with a hung jury. Well, back here in the Commonwealth, unemployment rates fell in 91 of Kentucky's 120 counties in May. The rates went up in 24 counties and stayed the same in 5. Woodford County had the lowest jobless rate at 3%. That's a 3.3% total there in Woodford County. Magoffin County recorded the highest rate in the Commonwealth at 15.6% unemployed. New research shows women are less likely to get certain life-saving treatments, and a study finds smokers don't know what is really in their cigarettes. Those stories coming up in our Better Living Report ahead on WKYT News.
Clouds are building north of I-64. The first storm is actually going in southern Indiana, and we're going to see more on the way. I'll have all that and your timing coming up next.
My belly pain and constipation? They keep telling me, drink more water.
Exercise more. I know that.
Try laxatives? I know. Believe me, it's like I've tried everything.
My chronic constipation keeps coming back. I know that. Tell me something I don't know.
Linzess works differently from laxatives. Linzess treats adults with IBS with constipation or chronic constipation. It can help relieve your belly pain and lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements that are easier to pass. Do not give Linzess to children under 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to 17. It may harm them. Don't take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor about managing your symptoms proactively with Linzess.
You never know when you're going to have plumbing issues. When you have plumbing problems, there's only one company to call, H2O Maestro. All plumbing jobs, big or small, clogs, leaks, or repairs, we're everywhere in central Kentucky, 24/7, 365. Need a new water heater or interested in a water filtration system? Call now for a free estimate. H2O Maestro, a Fayette Heating and Air Company. Same great 24/7 service you expect for plumbing.
Folks have been taking the short drive to satisfaction for over 20 years. Not only Winchester folks, but folks all across the state and even across the country. And who wouldn't come here? With over 2,500 vehicles to choose from here in Winchester, Kentucky. No matter if it's 100 miles or the short drive from Lexington, our staff will help you start your journey. Tim Short Chevrolet.
Kentucky has lots of counties and miles of roads. And in every county, There's a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent looking out for folks when they're on the road. When you're in Kentucky, you're never far away from Kentucky's own property and casualty insurer. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
We have clouds starting to spark up and nothing really going on at this moment. It's going to be a hot and humid rest of the afternoon until those storms fire away. And I would say heads up central and northern zones here in the next couple of hours. Another hour to two, you'll start to see these storms form and slide southbound as we go throughout the day. So right now we're already seeing a couple of those rumbles spark up in southern Indiana. Nothing, like I said, nothing really going on, but if you're trying to get some things done outside, heading out and doing some errands, you'll want to do it now because those storms will form in the northern zones and central zones here by around 2 to 3 p.m. and then start to make their way southbound. There's 3 and 4 p.m. and already near that 64 corridor and north, and then the action gets really going here by about 4 to about 7 p.m. and you can see that already making its way down into some southern zones. Once we get deep into the night, you get off toward 8, 9 p.m., then you're talking about southern half of around the Cumberland Parkway and also Hal Rogers Parkway, anywhere from, I would say, 6 to 9 p.m. That's when you can expect those storms to move on in. And then they just continue to funnel in. Watch out for localized flooding. Watch out for damaging winds anywhere from 60 to 70 miles per hour. And then by midnight to about 2 a.m., those storms, the severe threat is long gone. We head off into tomorrow morning, and it looks much better, and for tomorrow as well. So here's the update from the Storm Prediction Center out of Norman, Oklahoma. Not much change. Still, the better opportunity is toward the north and back toward the east. And then you get down toward the southern half, the reason why we're under a slight risk, which is still a pretty decent chance at severe weather. The reason why we're like that instead of enhanced is because more than likely we're going to be going off into the evening and night. We lose a lot of heat that way, and so those storms don't really have as much heat to tap into as they did toward the north. So here's the breakdown for today. Still looks like that severe weather threat's with us. Tomorrow, Saturday, those days look pretty good, but they're not going to feel great, and especially there on your weekend. 94 degrees on Saturday, 93 holding on Sunday. It's going to be very hot, very humid there for the weekend, but obviously all eyes are still on later on this afternoon, off into the evening hours. Remember, storms spark up here in the next hour or two around the 64 corridor and northbound. That's where they start. And then they just basically just slide down toward the south. Now, they're bits and pieces. We talked about this earlier, how you can get 1 to 2 inches of rain in one spot, right, and then you go 10, 15 miles down the road and you're talking about ½ an inch of rain. So it's not a line moving through, but it's spotty storms, but they are going to be strong and very heavy, heavy rainfall.
All of a sudden situations, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Better tomorrow.
Yeah, it looks better, much better
Look
tomorrow.
forward to that. Thank you, Mike. Getting the word out about toxic chemicals in cigarettes and a possible gender gap in cardiac arrest care. Don Champion has the details in this Better Living report.
A new study finds women are less likely than men to receive life-saving procedures when having a heart attack. Hospital data shows women are 25% less likely to receive coronary angiography and 29% less likely to have angioplasty when in cardiac arrest. New York researchers were unable to pinpoint a reason. Black people who have heart rhythm problems have nearly double the risk of stroke and heart failure than people of other races. That's according to new research at the University of Pittsburgh. Doctors say the findings should put a new focus on stroke prevention and heart health for blacks with heart rhythm issues. And researchers at the University of North Carolina say smokers are not aware of the toxic chemicals in cigarettes. They suggest the FDA expand its messaging about the dangers to get smokers to quit and keep others from starting to smoke. That's a look at some of the day's top health stories. Don Champion, CBS News, Dallas.
And we hope you'll keep it right here on WKYT. Coming right up, how does this sound? A train ride while hearing some familiar songs from days gone by. Motown and the Golden Oldies. They're singing on the railroad in Versailles. We'll tell you all about that coming up next.
Set a date with The Talk 5 days a week.
Here we go.
From Major Mondays
I'm pregnant.
to Fearless Fridays. Make an appointment
I'm just going to the ladies' room. This is live television.
to share your weekdays with The Talk
Does anyone have the flu?
on CBS.
Tonight, this could be the break we've been looking for. You're just another bounty hunter.
I am much more than that.
Beauty and the Beast. All new episode tonight, 9/8 Central.
My car ended up here because someone was in a hurry and ran a red light.
Someone was texting and driving, and their negligence brought me here.
Some insurance companies don't want to pay you what you deserve. Your car gets crushed, and so do you. Car wreck, think big. Get the hammer.
I see the uncertainty in people's eyes, but that only fuels me more. For me, it's more than a job, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to give you a healthy mouth.
You know, we've got a lot in common.
Thanks, Danica.
Right here.
Aspen Dental wants you to make a pit stop for our grand opening with free exams and x-rays for patients without insurance. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL because your mouth is our mission.
Rock bottom prices, and we'll double your complimentary maintenance to 4 years or 50,000 miles at Frankfort Toyota. Brand new 2016 Toyota Camrys, up to $4,000 off MSRP. 0% financing for 72 months on 2016 Camrys and Corollas.
Plus huge discounts on remaining new and used hail sale vehicles.
Frankfort Toyota, Google rated 4.9 out of 5 stars. Frankfort Toyota, and online at frankforttoyota.com.
Discover Summer will make this summer fun, active, and educational. Pick up your map to adventure at any Lexington Public Library location. Earn points by attending a library program or trying a new library service. Find a complete list of how to earn points at lexpublib.org/discoversummer. Complete your map to adventure by earning 100 points before July 31st and turn in your completed map at any library location to earn a prize and enter for even bigger prizes.
Seems like every morning is the same blur. Get the kids out the door with their sets so that they can get to school and I can get to work. Just sitting at a red light, I get hit from behind. I called in Daryl Isaacs, the hammer, and they handled it for me.
Car wreck, think big. Get the hammer.
WKYT News is brought to you by Paul Miller Ford. Drive happy.
So good to have you with us here on WKYT, and all aboard. Passengers on the Bluegrass Railroad in Versailles will get a special treat as some local teenagers sing popular songs from Motown and the golden oldies.
Should be a treat. To learn more about singing on the railroad, we're joined today by John Penfield, Executive Director of the Bluegrass Railroad Museum, along with Deborah Arnold, Musical Director of BCB and Company. Welcome in.
We appreciate you being here. John, first off, tell us about the railway and why you have these special events.
The Bluegrass Railroad Museum is in Versailles. I've been there for 30 years. We have train rides every weekend, Saturdays and Sundays, and we have special events during the year. Singing on the Railroad is one of those special events. Each year we invite singing groups to come and perform both before the train ride and as we roll down the track. This year BCB and Company is the group that we've invited.
So Deborah, let's talk about BCB. You're wearing a lovely outfit that is inspired by Motown, I hear?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is. It's vintage, vintage pattern actually from the 60s.
Well, that is really cool. Tell us about this. You know, so the music, as you say, it's before the train ride, but also you get on the cars and sing as well.
We'll go car to car, and we'll be having some songs from The Temptations, The Four Seasons, Etta James, Connie Francis, Platters, Flamingos, the Coasters, Dixie Cups, all the old groups.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds like such a treat. What is your favorite part of being involved with a group like this?
They're all young people. They're ages 16 to 21, and I'm a former teacher. And so I enjoy working with students, and I enjoy seeing their talents and seeing them promote those talents and the audience reaction.
Are you amazed by their connection to that great music that in some cases is, 50 years old?
Absolutely. They weren't born at the time these songs came out. And of course we had to go to YouTube to see a lot of the dance moves and choreography from the original artist, but they do enjoy performing it, so it's a great educational tool.
And John, if people are interested in coming out to the Bluegrass Railroad Museum, how do they do that? I mean, in terms of if they want to do that over the weekend, over the summer?
Well, Singing on the Railroad will be July 2nd. It's a Saturday. The train ride starts at 2 o'clock. We do suggest you get there about 1 o'clock because there will be a performance on the platform before the train ride. And we do expect a big turnout. We hope for a sellout. People who are interested can go to our website, www.bluegrassrailroad.com, there they can get more information and even buy tickets if they care to.
Thanks for coming in, and we're going to get a little sample from the group of BCB and Company. Enjoy some music from them coming up on WKYT.
Get the credit approval you deserve at the all-new Big M Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Nicholasville. If you have a job at $199, you can be approved today. During the Drive and Discover event 2016, Jeep Cherokee's $199 a month. Visit BigMSuperstore.com.
Are you diabetic or pre-diabetic? Do you have high blood pressure? Do you suffer from chronic pain related to weight gain? Do you spend hundreds of dollars on obesity-related medications? If you want to be the best version of you, Ageless Medical Weight Loss can help. Ageless is a medically supervised, affordable weight loss solution. Kim lost 238 pounds. Betty lost 135 pounds. They made a choice to become healthier, and so can you. Call today for a free consultation.
Now at Haverty's Furniture, it's our 4th of July sale, where you can create the perfect home. From now until July 4th, you'll find huge savings on stylish pieces. Plus, you'll get an extra 10% off accessories. And we're offering 36-month no-interest financing. Come in today for savings in every room. With Haverty's, your home can be perfect, even when life isn't. The 4th of July sale, from classic to contemporary. Haverty's.
Lexington Overstock Warehouse is open this weekend to the public for our huge mattress liquidation sale. Get quality name brand mattresses at incredibly low prices. Save big on our huge selection this weekend, including the best deals on our luxurious Restonic models. Go to LexingtonOverstockWarehouse.com for more details.
He's been turned down. Commence operation. Hey! You need a car.
I got turned down for credit.
Turned down for what?
For credit.
Sorry, earwax. Turned down for what?
Credit.
Drive time won't turn you down, regardless of credit.
Cool.
Save yourself. Get approved at Drive Time First. Call, click, or visit.
Guys, I know there's a way! Yeah, wait! We can finally stop playing these wedding gigs and start rocking out!
Hey guys, what's going on?
Buddy, I hope you got that ticket in the safe place, bro!
It was Ronnie starting to get the ticket.
No, Ronnie. We let Ronnie go last week.
The only way you can win Kentucky's Powerball or Mega Millions jackpot is if you actually buy your ticket.
Ronnie!
Bluegrass Medical Aesthetics wants to help you on the path to wellness and healthy youthful aging. Hormone replacement, medically supervised weight loss, Botox, Kybella, and more. Located in Georgetown next to Qdoba. Visit us at bmaky.com.
Save thousands at the all-new Big M Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Nicholasville, where you get 25% off MSRP on all the remaining new 2015s in stock. That's up to $14,000 off MSRP. Make the short drive to Big M Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram today.
And so we're looking at the rest of the afternoon. I would say about an hour or two, you start to see these storms spark up, and they'll be right along that 64 corridor and northbound. And so the timing on this severe timing is 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. really in the northern zone. So here in the next couple of hours, you'll start to see those pop up, and then they'll start to move southbound. Lexington, I would say around 3 to about 6. That's the best timing right here in Lexington. And then go south of that anywhere from 5 p.m. to about 8 p.m. And then you go south of that, you're talking 7 p.m. to about midnight. That's going to be Howard Rogers Parkway, your Cumberland Parkway areas, and south. These storms should move on out of here right around midnight to about 1 or even 2 a.m. at the latest. And that's out of southern Kentucky, that is.
So in other words, you're leaving a mess for Chris Bailey.
Right, I'll leave it for him.
And he'll be in at 4 o'clock. Of course, we'll keep our weather office staffed around the clock and keep you up to date if we have any severe weather around. Thank you, Mike. And we want to leave you with the sounds of the golden oldies and some great music that you can hear over at the railroad in Versailles this coming next Saturday. Here is BCB Group. Enjoy them.
Left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day, but I never lost 1 minute of sleep, 'cause I was worried about the way things might have been. Big wheel keep on turning, Proud Mary keep on burning, and we rolling rolling on the river. Said we rolling, yeah, rolling on the river. Rolling on the job in the city, working for the man every night and day. But I never lost 1 minute of sleep, cause I was worried about the way things might have been. Big wheel keep on turning, brown berry keep on burning, rolling on the river. Rolling on the river. I cleaned a lot of plates down in Memphis. I pumped a lot of tang down in New Orleans. But I never saw the good side of the city until I hitched a ride on the riverboat queen. Big wheel keep on turning, brown berry keep on burning, rolling on the river. Rolling